All right, welcome back to some more Modern Warfare 3. So, I'm still just doing some camo grinds. Let's go ahead and start a match and get into it. I've joined a private party, which I'm going to double check right now. Even though I'm appearing offline because my son is growing a lot more of his friend followers, so or friend group, and we really just need to get two separate PlayStation accounts, but we share this one. So, anyways, that's okay. We will figure it out, so not a big deal. But anyways, so for now I'm like running in stealth mode. And I'm trying to get weapon camos, that's right. So, a lot of exciting things going on. I might try, although I got a copyright strike, or not an actual strike, there's just a copyright warning on the Learning Arabic stream that I did last week. And that's what I'm going to try to do now, is I'll do these videos, Borderlands 4, I've got a YouTube series going. I prefer to do these things offline where it's just me talking and all that. Whereas the streams, I want to be more interactive. I mean, that's not to say, like, feel free to comment on these things by all means. Like, I think that'd be awesome. More interaction and more engagement, especially, like, if I'm getting closer to, like, teaching things. Like, you know, if I get people asking questions about programming and computer science and all that. So, but anyways, I got most of the week off. It's Thanksgiving week. And even then, yeah. Let's see. Oops. So, gonna do some work on the voting server, and that's what's exciting now. I basically advertised the functionality of CTC, cut the crust, and basically the idea is to where it cuts out the misinformation. There we go.
On your six. We control Alpha.
Oh, someone's shooting that way.
Enemy securing Bravo. Got contact. Thermite incoming. Bravo.
Almost got him too. Dang.
We control Bravo.
Alright. But anyways, yeah, so the governor posted something about government. And I said, we should have online voting. And like these people instantly like took the bait. They were not, it wasn't even meant as bait, but like it ended up acting or functioning like bait. And so people started commenting like, that's such a horrible idea. That's such a security risk and all this. I was like, well, let's walk through this. Why is it a security risk? And by the end of it, nobody really had like,
Ooh. I'm clean.
That was a long shot, especially for an SMG.
The enemy is
Bound to be
captured
somebody
two
here.
objectives. We're taking Charlie. We're losing Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Hostile sold
Oh, it already flipped.
Get a move. Charlie secure. Watch your aim, soldier. Objective Bravo secure.
Nice. So, but anyways, and it was nice. So at one point, this one person even said, I'm talking about this on a Reddit thread, and they think this is the dumbest thing they've ever heard. And I was like, okay, could you please share that Reddit link, and I'll advocate for myself over there. And then they never did. So that tells me that either there was no Reddit thread, and that was just a bluff, trying to get me to be like, oh, this is ridiculous, or admit that this is ridiculous, or...
Securing objective Alpha. Got your six. Securing objective Charlie. Alpha secure.
I'm actually not even worried about winning. I'm trying to get the weapon camo XP, so I gotta get 100,000 more points in kills, which I've only got 2 kills. So, with this gun. I think that's how it works anyway.
Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
Uh-oh. Stay inside for a sec.
We're taking Bravo. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure hostile care package. Hostile Mosquito is online.
Oh no.
Control Bravo. Enemy taking Bravo.
Oh, there's two of them there. So, but anyway, so yeah, so that bodes well. And now I'm actually talking on two of Governor Polis's posts, like back and forth, and a lot of people are seeing it and talking about cannabis legalization and online voting. And it's pretty interesting stuff. And so far, with both situations, people are not providing good counter arguments, like at all, or actually any counter arguments, let alone good ones. And it's just proving points, really good points to make, and I'm just excited. I'm here for it.
Enemy KIA. Loading fresh mag.
Like, what a time to be alive. And I think how funny would it be to get a Nobel Peace Prize over getting the world cannabis legalization? No, I'm just kidding. But that, like, what if? Like, that's about as random and weird as this stuff is. And basically what people, and I don't know. I wouldn't even care about the credit. Like, yeah, it'd be cool, but at the same time, the reason I put that online voting concept out there is because literally, I don't care who does it. I think it would just really help us out as a people. It would smooth over a lot of nonsense if we had online voting with complete transparency and accuracy too. Like with the online voting system, you can be sure that your vote is counted and accurate. Like, there is no room for fraud in this system. And actually, let's talk through it on this one. So if you haven't heard me rambling about it, the basic concept of online voting is to have a website that people can go and look at, and it has every vote by every voter listed as a line item. However, instead of using people's names or social security numbers like we used to do for grade stuff back in public school, when they'd hang up our grades, they did it by social security number. So all people had to do was like pay attention to where people were looking, and then they'd know their social security number, which is really scary. But anyways, because that's like your unique identifier number. But now we have cell phones and like phone plans and things registered to our names and government IDs and all sorts of different ways of verifying we are who we say we are. And so that's why like online voting is a no-brainer. Like, and I was very sloppy there. Like, it shouldn't matter. I mean, we have ways of verifying that I am who I say I am, and here's what I want to vote for. There it is. So anyways, back to the concept. So there's a website, has every vote, and then instead of a name, it's a really long and disposable voter ID number that is emailed to the voter ahead of time. So what happens is the voter gets an email with their voter ID, they double click it to highlight the whole thing, they copy it, and then they paste it into their browser in the find functionality. So they find where this ID is, and then they look across it like, oh, yep, Trump or Harris, there you go, or whoever you're voting for. And then the name is there. And what's cool about that is once we have a website displaying every single vote, like as a line item, like a spreadsheet like that, you can do a Control F on the name Trump, and you can see everybody that voted for Trump, like, and get an actual count for your county. That's funny, a count for the county. But anyways, yeah, and so of the registered voters, you can see this many voters voted for this person and this many voters voted for this person. And at the end of the day, even if everything gets leaked and compromised, nobody should care because it's just a vote. And the problem is people have this illusion of secrecy for their vote, even though they might not understand how algorithms work in social media. So an algorithm in social media will show you more liberal or MAGA or even centrist videos and things that are labeled and tagged and marked as such based on your viewing preferences. So the amount of time that you spend watching certain videos is logged. Like, there's a record of that somewhere. The amount of time you've clicked on things that look more liberal or more conservative. I mean, and they're not even hiding it. Like, they're branding stuff like MAGA and Patriot and all this. And when people do search history things, like, they have to see what you're searching because the website needs to know how to serve you up the stuff that you're searching for. So there is a record of what you search for somewhere, no matter how secret you think you're being. And there's a very easy way to try most of it. Oh god, I saw two and I was like, the three even, dang. But I think they were just right in here, right?
Fire! Reloading! I saw the light there.
I try to flank them.
Changing max.
Securing Bravo.
Here's where it was. There's my body, I think. I have no idea where I am on this map.
First Mac.
I feel like they're gonna be in here a lot. There's one. Ah, he put me down. I think that's the same guy I keep getting killed by and keep killing. Because he's got that laser sight.
Changing Mac.
So, but anyways. So a website that has everything, and it's just a read-only database that it reads from to display the votes online. And it could be a website for each separate voting county, district, whatever. However we need to split it up for different like hardware or logical constraints. Like if a database can only hold so many thousand entries, then they would have a separate database for like this county or this city or this state even. Doesn't matter. We figure out how to figure that, and that's the easy stuff, the non-trivial stuff. It's just like, hey, we need a database that can hold this many people. All right, here we go. And let's make it secure and only have a few IT admins and analysts that have access to it. So. But anyways, and then the database that the rights go to that actually gets changed with the votes is only controlled by an email chain. And how that works is the email is sent out from the government to the registered voter, to the registered email that is registered in person, like at a driver's like a DMV or like a post office or somewhere official. And then like they can ensure that this email address belongs to this person with this government ID. Like, okay, cool. Only registered voters are voting. There's a way to ensure that there's zero fraud, like what people were worried about with the 2020 election and immigrants voting, which they can't vote in federal elections. They can only vote in like local elections, but that's still saying that seems kind of, oh God, what is that? Oh. Once I knew what that was, nah. So, but anyways, so the thing that writes the votes to, it has to meet certain conditions. So there has to be the initial email sent by the government, and there has to be a response email with the votes, and those votes have to be clear. If there's any discrepancy, then they must respond and be like, hey, who'd you vote for? We'd like a little clarification here. And then they get the clarification. But the only way for somebody to hack this vote is to reply when the person was supposed to reply with the vote that the malicious actor wants to vote for. Now, already to accomplish this, that means that the malicious actor has to have compromised the network that the user is using and the government is using to both intercept the email, to know how to format the response to say who that they want to pretend to vote for, and they have to like assure that the actual recipient of that email doesn't get a copy of the email, which they do. It gets sent to both. Like it still gets delivered to the other person, and that's pretty easy to find out. Like if it wasn't delivered and it's just intercepted and dropped, like some malicious actors could maybe do, then okay, but that results in the person saying, hey, I never got my vote, or I never got my email to vote, can you please resend it? And it's at that time, oh dang, we almost had a comeback. It's at that time that the vote is both corrected and the malicious actor is caught, because then they find some funny business with it. Because as is, it's supposed to be just like a TCP connection, a send acknowledgement, and then an acknowledgement of the acknowledgement. So they send out the email, the voter replies with their vote, and then once it's received, they can say, we've received your vote, you can check this website, and here's your unique voter ID, or something like that. Or they can send it at a different time. So if you spread out the timing, then if a hacker even does have your network compromised, they would have to have it compromised for both of those time periods, and all it would take is a restart of your router and a change of your password to make sure that the hacker isn't even compromising your home network. Now, if they compromise another network, but again, most emails encrypted, and even if not, any of this could be public information. Like it should not matter who you're voting for. And yeah, and a third of this country doesn't even vote. So that tells me like it's a really low risk thing anyway. So yeah. And then once you got online voting with email, you can have everybody in the world have their own voice. They can all be seen and heard. They can all discuss in town halls with government politicians. And that's what we really should be doing. We shouldn't be like these little things. Like we should be having town halls with our representatives and our Congress people. And really we should be representing ourselves to a point. But up until that, we could at least just discuss the topics. And then we should get so granular that we're voting on every little thing as standalone issues. No more of this loading up a bill with all this confusing language or any other deceptive practices to try to sneak something through. And that's all that is. It's bad faith politics. yeah, the border defense bill and like, this for Ukraine, but yeah, we won't do this for the border and blah 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 and like all of these excuses. It's like, no, let's just see what's the best for the country as far as this is concerned. And within reason, of course, too. Like, I don't know.
You're clear to engage any and all hostiles in the AO.
Grenade! Get back! Got contact!
I almost got 3 there. Whew. This is all weapon XP for this gun. There's a lot of looping back on people. I just squat down, make a nice target for myself. Throw a knife.
Requesting recon flyover.
Oh, I'm primero con seis muertes. Mátelos.
Taking fire! Just needed a lecture.
I threw an ammo thing at him. Here, take this.
UAV in the area.
I'm just gonna keep knifing that guy. Keep knifing that guy.
UAV is exiting the AO.
Enemy spotted. Got contact. Now that's better. Where am I?
Yeah, chucking stuff.
Taking fire!
Double kill. Nice. He just ran in my line of fire. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, missed a shotty. Alright. So, and that's it. You vote by email, and that's as simple as it gets. And then you can ensure that zero fraud, the Control F function of most browsers, will actually give you a count of how many times that search string appears in the page. So you can get a rough estimate, or no, an exact estimate really, within like 1 or 2 votes, because like it'll be counted a couple of times with the like, or I mean it could be counted a couple of times if it's mentioned anywhere else. But if you have a page that's only votes, no like paragraph describing anything or anything like that, then you could just say, Control F for Trump and Control F for Harris, and it would say how many times that vote pops up in this spreadsheet, or this list of people and their votes. It's beautiful. Like there's really no way to fraudulent or to break the system. I mean, there are a few ways to like really try to break the system, but even then, like it's more persistent than the internet. The internet was designed with several nodes in a network, so if one node got completely obliterated, like in a nuclear war and an entire city got blown up, then they would be able to reroute the internet packets through other routers and other paths. Like that's how the internet was designed. Well, same with this voting thing. Like you could destroy one piece or all of it, and you could take it down temporarily, but like no matter what you do, it's easily repairable. Like if every vote was hacked and changed, all we would need is the check and check again system and some patience with the IT admins or the IT technicians that are helping resolve any disputes, and then they just resolve all the disputes, change all the votes to what they're supposed to be. I mean, the very absolute worst case, and this is a thing in computer science, you do like best case and worst case analysis of protocols and processes just to find out like what's the most amount of work something is going to do, or the most amount of hops on a network, or just something. So then you can guarantee that at minimum this should work as expected with this. If you do this, like, I mean, you still have to like put in the fine print, like, some common sense is required, like you can't operate it improperly, you need to read the manual and blah 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 blah. Like there is all that stuff which needs to be done, but oh man. Yeah.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
Changing max.
Oh, I was just running through. They can't deport us all. I said that on a post the other day, like, it's like if we started getting deported for offensive memes. I'm like, they can't deport us all, and I posted a picture of Trump with Epstein. Like, I don't know, it's turned so comical, and like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Just the idea that some of these people might get some kind of like punishment, like regular, normal, poor people. See, that's kind of intriguing, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath because already, like, what was it, 33, 34 felonies and like not a day in jail? I mean, I know people with one felony that have done like years. Like, oh, but you're poor, you know, you should have thought about that before you were poor. 30 plus, let's just say it's 30. Like, even if you got 1 day per felony, you'd have to spend a month in jail. And that's, you tell anybody who's ever done time for a felony, hey, what if you only had to do 1 day per felony? Like, jeez, it's insane. It's insane and it's wrong. And like, so definitely exposing. Oh, I was the last kill too, but I was still #1 by a long shot too. 10 kills more than the next closest, although not very good compared to their team. I would have squeaked by as 3rd place. No, actually, or no, I was gonna say those are my deaths. So, anyways, and I gotta add these to the list. I'm gonna go back and make sure that every one of my videos is on some kind of playlist, even if I have like an overarching. Oh. All right. But now let's see where we're at with that. Oh wow, it was like 105. I just got like, dang. Of course, that might have been a couple rounds. All right, let's see how close I can get, because that's at least 10 or almost 10,000. Oh shoot, actually I'm cooking food. 1 second. Wonder how much of that actually got heard. Just started breaking out into song. Not really song, just like, well, we'll see if it picked it up. I can't believe all this stuff. Huh. Okay. Someone said care. Alright. Anyways, it just cracks me up because, like, I'm looking at those posts on the governor's Facebook posts. I can't, it just makes me get out to be saying something, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. Did I pick up the bomb? Crud. Yeah. I mean, that's the one way to win, just kill everybody. So. But no, it's just wild. I'm like. Dude, those are those interstellar camos. Oh. Oh, dang.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Oh, and it's out of 5 too. Interesting. Sometimes it's only 3. Or maybe if it's the first person to 3, if there's the other person, maybe you have to win by 2. I don't know. I've seen it with 3 dashes. Now this one has
Switching
5. But I feel like the ones with the 3 started off as 3. They didn't start off as 5 and then go down to 3. I want to say. Could be wrong. I was trying to sprint. I don't know why I wasn't sprinting. Oh.
Enemy movement.
Oh.
Push forward.
I'm gonna go revive that person. So, anyways,
Got a field upgrade active here.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. They're trying. Oh. You got tired of waiting for me? That's funny. I didn't think he would come all the way up here. I thought I had maybe a little time to go actually fight him. Yeah, it's wild. And actually, I think I can make that like an automated mail server to where you receive an email. Or no. You send out an email to everyone on a list of registered email addresses. And then
Get ready for the next one.
And then once you have a reply, it would check to make sure that it was a reply to the email sent out. And then it could do a couple other checks like, I don't know, make sure that...
Switching sides.
Well, let's think about that. I think just verifying that it is the same email that was sent out earlier, like it could just compare it against a copy of the sent email. Ah! Dang. Jeez, I'm just not good at this game. That's okay. I'm about to take a break and go eat some dinner after this round. Oh, wait. How many more? 3-1, so we gotta do at least 2 more. I'm playing with some Asian people.
Then you can still fight.
Gotta find them. Gotta find them. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, I finally redeemed myself a little bit. Ah! I saw that bomb a little too late. Alright. Huh.
Field upgrade active here. Mine planted.
Oh wow, some people left. Oh. Hey. Alright, well that's good for now. I'll go ahead and upload this one and maybe try to move them all to the playlist and get them on here. We'll keep them around 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. And I also got to be careful because, well, not really careful, but like I'm up against the constraints because our memory is pretty full. So let's see how much. What? I didn't get any kills? Wow. There's some trash talk there. Alright, let's not search for a map. Okay, let's see how much that got us. I don't know if that got us any, actually. Barely. We got some. I think it was 11-3. And so even at best case, that's 2,000. Worst case, that's like 1,000 and some change. So anyways, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. And it's only what? Oh, actually, geez, it is like 8. But I don't have anywhere to go in the morning. I mean, I have one thing, but I can sleep in. So I'm going to be up late doing some things and stuff. So, all right, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one.